Nothing is so useless as doing efficiently that which should not be done at all. Peter Drucker. My friends, here we want to do everything efficiently, the things that need to be done so that we can do what? Accurately track price movement. That is all we care about. We don't care about anything else except being able to accurately track price movement and then make the proper decisions on when to get into and out of our practice trades. Now, let's talk about where things are. Today is a down day for everything. It's about 8 minutes before the markets close as I record this daily review for you. Stocks, bonds, gold, Bitcoin, all down. Let's look at where stocks are now. We, of course, had a beautiful technical turnover back in October of this last year, end of October, where we saw the market set up beautifully, high volume, and of course, a great bottom here. And then we had all the indecision and a turnaround where the people who don't have the inside knowledge are selling, and of course, the people with the inside knowledge are buying. That's why we've got a little bitty candle here and all this volume. You would expect to have big volume with a big candle, right? Of course you would. And when you see a little candle and lots of volume, tells you something's going on that you don't know about. And what, of course, we saw happen here was the big turnaround. And then the market swung up all the way till that last week of the year. Then afterwards, going on 3 weeks now, the market has been sliding sideways, ticking up a little bit. But of course, we can see the candle has not risen. The candles have gotten smaller. Well, they were smallest the first week of the year. And then we can see these small spinning tops. And again, market just not pounding up. Now, it could be doing what it did back here in April of last year, where it had moved up nicely, then slid sideways, and then took off again. Is it doing that? I don't know. Could be. Could be getting ready to launch even higher, but we don't have any information to have us go ahead and put down a practice trade just because it's slipping sideways after all this gain. What we're looking for that would be easier potentially to call is for things to peak out and then roll over going down, but we don't have that happening. We're looking for a peak with high volume and then a red spinning top to show us that things are going to crash. Maybe that's coming. Maybe the market's going to go higher. What does it mean when we don't know? It means we don't practice trade. Why? Because there's plenty of other things to do. And if you go out there and start throwing your practice trading money at things that don't have signals that you can follow, you're just going to set yourself to being practicing the wrong way and having a losing trade. So we want to go with high volume, a turnaround, a reversal, and then jumping in on the right signal. We've gone to the NASDAQ 100, same kind of thing we see here. It happened about the same time that the S&P turned around, a peak in a recent low, spinning top with nice higher than average volume, and then took off. Now, we saw 2 weeks ago, we had a red spinning top. We blew through, like we saw on the S&P 500. That was a doji there, though, but this is a red spinning top. We blew through the weekly trend line, and now things have slowly been ticking up, although the last couple of days rolling down on that half-day chart. So what we have going on at this point is things are, again, just sort of hanging out, waiting to see what the signal is. We don't have a clear signal here, and since we don't have a clear signal, we are waiting to get one. It's just that simple. So no move yet on stocks. Let's go to 20-year bonds. Now they are going into the third week of some down movement. We did not have high volume on a topper here. It just sort of faded out. Then we got a red doji with decent volume. It started speeding up some last week as far as volume goes. This week, we're 2 days into a 4-day week. Will we get up to average volume? We'll wait and see. Down for the day, not much, 0.15%. And we will just see how things continue to move. But we again didn't have a nice solid trigger for entering into that trade. Gold, same kind of thing. Look at all the low volume here. The low volume when it topped. And now the one thing we had going on gold that we've talked about is, of course, we've had this purple bar. What's the purple bar? That is where we have had gold top out before. We can go all the way back to May of last year where we saw gold top out. And this is a ceiling for us. Same kind of thing happened around the same area back in end of November and December, mid-December and late December. And then, of course, well, and we had it again on that week of January the 2nd. Things have been heading down since then, down for the day 1.09%. So gold appears to be pulling back, but again, no real clear signals when it comes to the volume. We do see the candlesticks showing us that things are moving down. And Bitcoin, now this is important. Bitcoin, check it out. Super high peak, super high volume. And then what did Bitcoin do? Busted through that weekly trend line. And again, volume, we're 2 days into the 4-day week and we're over half the way toward volume. If again we have average or higher than average volume, that'll be a big signal that the Bitcoin pullback is going to go on for a while. And we can see on the half-day chart where it has 2-day chart moving through, not cleared through the weekly trend line yet. So we will watch and pay close attention as we go through the week to see just what it's doing, where it's going, and how things are happening. We always love to hear from you, friends. Don't hesitate to reach out to us, cw@chartingwealth.com. God bless, all the best from the whole team at Charting Wealth World Headquarters.